Hi everybody, it's the 16th of December 2020. We're in Call of Duty Warzone, and one of the questions we had prior to the big Season 1, or the Black Ops Season 1 drop, was how would the integration of Black Ops Cold War and Warzone affect things like the weapon loadouts and the operators. Well, let's have a quick look at the operators first, because they're the easiest ones. As you can see, you can choose to be any of the operators that you've unlocked in Cold War, or you can choose to be any of the operators you've unlocked in Modern Warfare, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Now let's have a look at the weapons next. Yeah. we know all this. Weapons. Here we go. So let's go into the edit Warzone screen, and as you can see here, one that I've preferred earlier, we have this mix that we can do now. And it's a rather strange mix, because I think what we've probably got to remember is that Warzone is well, it runs on the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, not the Black Ops Cold War engine. So there may well be odd differences with the way the guns work between the standard multiplayer in Cold War and then the way the guns work in Warzone. Specifically, you know, guns like the M16 and the Pellington. And as you can see here, you know, the M16, this is a Black Ops Cold War weapon, and I've got the Pellington set up as the sniper, but I don't have to have a Black Ops weapon as my secondary. In this case, you know, I could go for, say, the HDR, and I could have a HDR as my secondary. So you can mix within your loadout Black Ops weapons and Modern Warfare weapons, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? When you go into the gunsmith, they have the same attachments that they have in the normal multiplayer, and that goes for kind of both weapons. Where things get a little bit different is within the perks. At the moment, on launch day, we only have access to Modern Warfare perks, so I tend to run I tend to always run Cold-Blooded and then Amped, and then normally actually I would run Ghost as my middle perk, but on this loadout it's an overkill perk, so I can run a sniper and an assault rifle or a tactical rifle in the case of the M16 together. Also, when it comes to our throwables, well, I guess most of these cross over, don't they, with Cold War and Modern Warfare, things like the Stim. The Molotov cocktail. Yeah, pretty sure. See, we don't have the proximity mine, do we, in Black Ops Cold War? That's a field upgrade, so that's cool. So that's mainly how it kind of affects things within your weapons loadout. You can choose any gun from Black Ops Cold War or Black Ops Modern Warfare, but you stick with the attachments that gun comes with in the particular game, but you can mix and match guns within a particular loadout. So you can have a Modern Warfare, you could have something like the M16. I tell you what, let's have a quick look at that one. I just want to look at the RPG. So if we get rid of Overkill and go to Ghost, and then have as our secondary the RPG-7. Right, so that's the Black Ops RPG. Right, so you can choose between the Black Ops RPG or the Modern Warfare RPG. Now, I would choose the Modern Warfare RPG because it's it seems to be much more powerful than the Black Ops RPG. So that's really interesting that way as well, isn't it? Similarly with your camouflages, actually, your camos and your sprays, they're all from the other game. So you can mix and match Black Ops Cold War primaries with Modern Warfare secondaries, or vice versa. At the moment, all your perks are Modern Warfare 2019 perks, and the lethals and tacticals are a mix between the two. But there we go, that seems to be how it's working. I'm pleased that you can mix them. We were kind of thinking that you would have to stick with a loadout that was all Black Ops. But this is going to be good, because something like the M16 tactical rifle, or the AUG, which are incredibly powerful in the multiplayer in Black Ops, bringing them into multiplayer will be bringing them into Warzone should mix up the meta a bit. I kind of saw the title of a video, but I haven't watched it, where someone was saying that, of course, what they're probably going to do is make the Cold War weapons better than the Modern Warfare weapons, so it's going to encourage people to buy Black Ops Cold War. Whether that's true or not, we'll have to see. But also remember that your loadouts that you use in Cold War will need adjusting when you come to Warzone. Namely, things like magazine size. You'll probably want more bullets to fire at people because obviously people have armor. But there we go. That's how operators and weapon loadouts work in Warzone now that we've got the Black Ops integration. Hopefully that clears a few things up. If it hasn't, put questions in the question box down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.